Hi guys, welcome to my new video and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Please consider subscribing. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the fragrance that totally got me by surprise. I loved it. I loved it, I have to say. I was intrigued by it just right after I saw the announcement. I was kind of cautious about it. Well, we're gonna get into all this good stuff. So today I'm gonna be talking to you about the new release by Dolce Gabbana, and it's called Devotion. Now, Devotion is also the name of their bag. So it kind of got me a little bit confused. And Devotion is such a name, such a strong word, right? But I do think it's kind of appropriate because, I mean, after all, we are talking Sicily here, so it's kind of fine. Now, when I saw the press release, I was like, oh my gosh, Dolce Gabbana, what are you doing? You have just released the Q fragrance. I don't remember, was it April? I think it was April. And let's just get real here. It wasn't anything special. I mean, it was underwhelming, and I was like, "What are you doing? Why the second fragrance?" And then I saw the notes, and the notes were outstanding. And immediately I thought that, that's gonna be a good fragrance. Please don't mess this fragrance up, Dolce Gabbana, and they didn't. They did deliver. Oh my gosh, they did. I'm gonna insert a picture of the bottle. I'm gonna insert the picture of Katy Perry, who is the face of the fragrance. I really loved it. So let's just get through the notes. The notes are candied lemon, orange blossom, and vanilla. Now, if you go to the Fragrantica site, you're gonna get two additional notes of rum and panna cotta. The panna cotta is a dessert, Italian dessert. And those notes are nowhere to be seen on the official site. So I just disregard those notes for now. Let's just keep it simple and three notes only. So the notes are nothing special, right? Apart from the candied lemon, because it's not the note that you often see in fragrances. And then I saw the interview, well, a short clip of Olivier Cresp, who is the nose behind the fragrance, and he was like talking that my inspiration was panettone. The panettone is the typical Italian bread with candied fruits. It's a bread that you usually consume during the Christmas festivities, but nowadays you can actually find panettone estivo that is like summer panettone as well. So like it's not that strict anymore, right? But in essence, I'm gonna insert the picture of panettone here somewhere. It's just the bread, sweet, and this candied, very tasty fruits, and also raisins. So and I was like, well, it's a good starting point, right? And then I saw this fragrance. The bottle is astonishing. The bottle is very beautiful. It's not tacky, it's not vulgar, it is very beautiful, it's nicely done. And what I do appreciate, that the bottle of 30 mils and 50 mils and on 100 mils, they are different in height, but the emblem is just the same for every single bottle. So they didn't do like Jean-Paul Gaultier did, where the 30 ml bottles of Scandal, they don't have the legs pointing up, but they do have this kind of dingly thing that has the legs on it. I'm gonna insert the picture as well, so you just kind of get what I'm talking about. So it's thumbs up for not for not saving a penny on the packaging, because the packaging is stunning. Now to the fragrance. I did buy this fragrance. It's just that I didn't buy it for myself. I bought it as a present, and the present, well, it was well received and appreciated, and I love the scent as much so that I'm thinking of buying it for myself as well. So I have tried this fragrance, I have wore this fragrance, and the review is here. So let's start with the review. So the fragrance opens up with this quite strong note of lemon, but it's not like a zesty lemon. Well, it is zesty, but it is sweet zesty lemon. Well, it's a candied lemon after all, right? It is beautiful. The beautiful opening. You have this lemony start, but then it's kind of sugar coated. It's not sugar sweet, and it's not the sweetness that makes you feel bad. It's not the sweetness that is overwhelming. It's not a sickly sweet thing. And then the orange blossom. So you have this kind of flowery component, a bit bitter, because we do know that the orange flowers have this kind of bitter part to them. So it is a well balanced fragrance, because at the end we have huge amount of vanilla, and again not a sickly sweet vanilla. All this fragrance it's beautifully done. It is very nice. With time, I want to say 40 to 50 minutes, the candied lemon kind of vanishes, on me at least, on my skin, and then we are left with this flowery accord and huge amount of vanilla. Again, not a sickly sweet vanilla, but the most beautiful vanilla. Now, according to Mr. Cresp, it's all about, well, it's not all about, but the starting point was this panettone. I personally do not find panettone as much in this fragrance. What I do find, it's like, for me, it's primarily custard smell. Very beautiful, and I actually can, if I close my eyes and I do have this smell on me, I feel like there's the custard like next to me. And some people do eat custard like with fruits, and some people just eat it like that. Some people use it as a filling for a cake, and this is the most delicious homemade or high pastry made custard. Very beautiful. So this is what I got, and this is definitely a gourmand scent, definitely. So if you are not a gourmand lover, it is probably not going to be for you, because this is quite a simple fragrance. I mean, it has only 3 notes. Let's just disregard the rum and the panna cotta, because I don't personally feel rum. I don't personally feel the panna cotta notes in here. So it's kind of simple. It's very linear fragrance. It starts with the lemon, it goes in this kind of a flowery, bittery, a bit bitter territory, and then it's vanilla. It's simple, but in all simplicity, it's wonderful. I think, in my opinion, it is one of the best releases this year, so far at least. Um, and I love Dolce Gabbana. I do love the fragrances they put out, but I'm also very critical about the fragrances they do put out, because you see they have set the standards very, very high with this fragrance that is behind me, the light blue. So all the other fragrances that I do have, there's the Dolce Gabbana by Dolce Gabbana Feminine, which I adore. This is one of my favorite fragrances. They have outstanding scents, and then they have the scents that not so good. So they kind of, in my opinion, they don't have this kind of middle range fragrances where the fragrance is just okay. In my opinion, they either have this wonderful or like, what did you do? Why did you put it on the market? And this one is wonderful. It's simple. It's very linear. It's not complex. It's a crowd pleaser, that's for sure. I can see this fragrance as a beautiful gift to a woman in her 20s, in her 30s, 40s, 60s, whatever age. The most important thing is that you have to like this kind of scent, because it's vanilla, you know that it's vanilla and it's gonna be sweet. It's not sickly sweet, but it is sweet. And the projection and the longevity, it's there. It projects, it stays on your skin beautifully, it doesn't go sour, it doesn't vanish, it's wonderful. Now, as I've told you, I do consider buying this fragrance for myself, and in fact, I'm just waiting for some kind of discount or a promotional code that, like here and there on the websites. So, but for now, I do have a fragrance. It is not the same fragrance, but the vanilla vibe, not the vanilla vibe of Juliet Has a Gun, but the vibes of the vanilla fragrance that are here are kind of the same. They are reminiscent of the vibes of the vanilla in Dolce Gabbana. And this is Vanilla Cake by Montal, and I do love this fragrance. I have 100 mils, and I probably have something like here left. It is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. I'm gonna read out the notes. They're not that important because this video is not about this fragrance anyway. It has meringue, it has milk, it has some caramel, almond, and Madagascar vanilla. So this is this type of vanilla that is strong, that is potent, that is projecting, and they have used this type of vanilla in this Devotion fragrance. So if you are a fan of this one, I highly recommend you go out and try the Dolce Gabbana one. And you might be a fan of niche fragrances, but do please go and try out the Dolce Gabbana fragrance, because it's very, very nice. Now, I do have one fragrance as a sample of Milano Fragrance, and this is the Panettone fragrance. Now, for me, this is not exactly how the panettone smells, because it's way too spicy for me. At least the panettone that I've tried, that I ate, and I tried quite a bit of them. They didn't smell like that, because this one is it's quite spicy. It's quite in your face. The panettone smell isn't that in your face, but if you combine these two, you kind of can have similar, not the same, similar fragrance to the Devotion. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go out and buy the Devotion scent because it's wonderful. But if you happen to have the two fragrances, you might try out this combo, because it's gonna be wonderful as well. So this is what I have to say about this fragrance. Beautiful, wonderful. I am astonished, because in all honesty, I wasn't expecting anything, and they did deliver. Oh my gosh, they did. So I do hope that you have tried this fragrance, and if you did, do please leave me a comment below. I'm very curious to hear what you have to say. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. Bye!